So give me about, we got 7 minutes, so let me go do my shit, and we can get started.
What's that clicking? I hear clicking.
7 minutes until showtime.
You hear that clicking, Ronnie, or is it just me?
I hear it too.
Okay, I thought I was going nuts.
It's like a clipping. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was going nuts.
Yeah, not clicking, more of a clip, like a sound clip. Yeah. Or the audio clips or whatever. Trying to come up with I made a list for shit that we could use to do a cheap to no budget video for our song Pray.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so far, fake blood, corn syrup. Razor blades, of course, we're not going
minutes
to do
until showtime.
You know, a backdrop with either our logo with a cult symbol on it. Busted TV, which I already have 3 of them, so whatever. Then wrote fake scars hoodies. So.
Love you, hon. Mwah.
Interesting.
Night.
Yeah, well, it's got to be gritty like Gorilla style, because there's no way we have enough money to make it on a crazy budget.
All right. Ugh.
So basically, not an iPhone.
What?
No, not an iPhone.
So Ryan will be with us later. He's closing tonight.
Yeah.
Christian, normal shit. He'll be on in the next 30 minutes.
Yeah. Who's the UTI guy there?
5 minutes until showtime.
What?
Yeah, I saw you added a UT guy. I'm like, oh no, Texas isn't back.
Oh, well. Oh, no, that the Bit Tower?
Yeah.
Well, no, that's something that's the...
Austin.
Well, we're gonna have some fun shit tonight.
Oh yeah, well I got excited for that because, football season is the start of shit-talking season.
The AP Top 25 is officially out.
Oh boy.
So, here's what we're going to do. For picks, we're going to go through everything for college, everything for pros.
4 minutes until showtime.
We are not doing over-unders.
Okay.
It's
cool.
So when we do the conference, give me the team that you think is going to give me the 2 teams you think is going to make the conference title and the conference winner. And then if you have anything else you want to add for said conference, add it in.
So it's no over under. So basically,
no, because week 0 starts next week.
Yeah.
It's
is the Pac-12 even really a conference?
All right, what's that? The clicking is driving me nuts.
Hold on, John. Hold on. I'm trying to find out. That's Blog Talk. It's Blog Talk.
I know, it's driving me crazy.
Yeah, well, you gotta just relax, dude. Nothing I can do about that.
It's clipping. It's like internet clipping. That's all it is. There's nothing you can do about it.
No,
it's loud in my ears.
3 minutes.
It's loud in all.
Showtime.
It's loud in all of our ears. Yeah.
It's on you. It's on everyone's.
It's on Skype.
Which means it's like the actual internet.
Yeah, Skype's in.
And I don't have my Boses in, so you should be able to hear my AC. Or it should be fixed.
I don't hear it right now, so you're good.
Good, because, it's just humid. It's just humid.
I don't feel, I don't even have my air on. I'm comfortable.
Well,
But-
it's like 75 right now, supposedly, and I am a guy that will put the window down.
2 minutes
6-degree
until
weather.
showtime.
Yeah, so we'll do the SEC, the Pac-12, the Big 12, and maybe the Mountain West today, and then we'll do all the NFL. But like I said, there is no... If you have things to say about it, great. Give me who you think is going to win, and then, like, pretty much shit like that.
Not even a conference anymore.
This is the final year, pretty much.
Yeah, because didn't Oklahoma and Texas fast track it? Aren't they part of the SEC this year?
Next year.
Oh, so next year. Okay.
Yeah, because they made the schedule already, so they couldn't get in.
Ah. Oh boy. God damn it.
Yeah, I didn't feel like doing over-unders, and we were getting... And
1
literally, like,
minute until
and
showtime.
legitly, week 0 is next week, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm not dealing with it. We can make our pick... We'll make our picks next week for some of week 0, but there's like 3 games for week 0 we can pick.
Yeah, I had some drama. Like my bandmates were accusing me of pushing one song on Spotify. I'm like, dude, it was played by whoever made a playlist. I had no power over that. As soon as I saw it, yeah, then I wrote it because it makes sense. That's reacting to the market.
Well, also, too, who cares?
You know what I mean?
Who cares? Well, they listen to one song, then they come listen to more.
Yeah. Yeah. But the thing is, my bandmate's like, oh, it's well our hardest song. I'm like, dude, I have no control over what people like.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds.
All right,
4,
let's get this started.
3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Stefan Iranian. With me, as always,
It is I, Trips in Texas, is not back.
as well as...
The Zombie Master, and welcome to the Bigs, Brett the Met.
Yeah, and the only reason we can count to 4 because welcome to the college football podcast where it's a lot of college football, a lot of NFL. We make our picks, but there can only be 4 to make the playoff for the national title.
Ah.
But while we wait for Christian and, well, Ryan will be giving the picks later, off air, most likely. But while we wait for Christian, let's talk about other shit going on. Well, the Reds are officially done for the year.
There was no shocker there.
Joey Votto out for the year with season-ending rotator cuff surgery.
He might be done.
Votto. I don't think
He
he's.
might be finished.
I
for
don't
his
know if he's
career.
gonna. I don't know if he's gonna be finished. He'll probably be back next year. He'll be back late next year, but he'll probably be back.
Who went out?
Votto.
Who?
Joey Votto.
Joey Votto.
Oh, okay, Votto. Okay.
I was gonna say, were you not watching the Phillies game? It happened literally today. during the Phillies game.
Oh,
Well,
you mean that team that's got that picture on it that doesn't want to face us?
We'll get
Which is a chicken shit
we'll
coward?
get to that.
when did they start to play? Like, what were they playing at 1?
It was a 2:30 game.
Yeah, I didn't see the game because I was still working.
Yeah, dude, your Phillies, you got a chicken shit pitcher on your team.
Fucking coward.
So
Si-
we beat the shit out of the Reds again.
No, you lost 1-0.
Oh well.
Well, no. So the reason I say that is because Syndergaard is was supposed to be scheduled against the Mets
Sunday.
Sunday for his turn. They pushed it back to Monday, so he didn't have to pitch against the Mets.
That's twice he's done it.
No,
Supposed to pitch
well,
against us against an ant.
wait. We don't know if it was him that did it. The team didn't have him pitch. The team pushed it back. There's no rule. There's no word that he pushed it back.
Huh.
Still a fucking coward.
We got to
though.
be fair about that. Well, see, there's the thing. We have to be fair about that. If that's anybody else, he would grab. What is it? He would grab the rock and freaking go, but he didn't. But I will give some praise to Philly. The beating the Reds yesterday gave them their 10,000th win as a franchise.
Yeah. Woo.
That's not an easy task in any sense.
And Harper is due back on the 1st. Well, he's only going to be playing DH,
I mean, he's still
but
back.
still.
Still back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big deal. Still back.
I mean, where are you guys sitting right
So-
now? Where are you guys sitting right now? Standing wise for a wild card. I know you're in that third slot.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
they're
still have.
No, actually.
As of right now, they're 10 games out of first.
Don't
They're
worry
10
about.
games out of first.
Don't worry about the East. They're honestly they're worried about the wild card. They're a half game up in the second wild card position. So right now,
Yeah.
if it ended today, they'd be playing the Braves in a game of 3. Now here's the
Yeah.
question.
All I got to say, can the Padres buy a break?
We'll get to that when Christian gets here.
All I gotta say is, go fuck yourself, San Diego.
Well, no. Now here's the question: if you're the Phillies, you're a half game out of the third spot. Would you rather play the Braves in a best of 3 or St. Louis in a best of 3?
What, DH?
No. I'm saying like for the playoffs, for the wild card, because right now the Braves would play the Phillies in the first wild card game, and the Padres would face the Cardinals. So,
Well, the
say that again.
hard to say. Tatis being suspended for the rest of the year, yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Blog Talk today, or Skype in general. That's weird. Hold on a minute.
Yeah. I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah, but yeah.
Just keep talking, because it's gonna be that. I have it on recording, so we're fine with that. So
I just think that the Padres are going to miss it yet again, especially with a big piece like Tatis not going to be.
well, right now they are 1.5 games ahead of Milwaukee for the third wild card spot.
1.5.
Yeah.
Yep. Brew Crew
But you think
or
Tatis?
One
somebody
thing
else.
I find
Look, go ahead, John. What'd you say?
what I find ironic is I told this to Ronnie, so Chris, you may not have heard this. Robinson Cano came out on Twitter and disappointed he was in Tatis for doing something like this.
Hey, who said that?
Cano.
Oh, God. Robinson Cano needs to shut the fuck up.
Mr. Hopalong.
I mean, I'm sorry. If it was any other player, I would say. But to come from the biggest fucking cheating scumbag piece of shit in the world, who got not busted once, but twice, and has been released not by one, not by two, but by 3 fucking teams this year, you got no room to stand on. So, like Chris said, Robinson, shut the fuck up and go retire.
Yeah,
Piece of
all right.
dog shit.
I mean, there are a couple players that could say something, but anybody who's had issues with it before, nah.
No, Machado came out and said something, or Bryce, or somebody like that came out and said something. You know, there would be a little ounce of validity to it.
Well,
But
yeah.
for Cano to come out and say it, I'm disappointed in you for cheating.
Yeah, like if
Hello,
Jeter,
pot and kettle.
like if Jeter came out and said something, yeah, I'd see it. If Jeter came out and said something, or like, yeah, Bryce, or somebody else came out.
Anybody
and
else
said,
would have been better than him.
yeah, like Ryan Braun, if he did, well, that would be a bad thing because I don't think he's even in the league anymore.
No, he's retired. He
Yeah,
retired.
he
2 years
retired
ago.
2 years ago. Yeah. Are we sure that his sample didn't make its way through decontamination?
Yeah.
But you know,
Or-
it's like that's like saying Heidi Fly. No, that's not a. You may not know the Heidi Fly stuff. That's like a hooker saying, "I only blew him once."
I only fucked 37 men.
in a row.
Yeah, exactly.
But yet I'm not a cheater.
Yeah. I made you lasagna.
Yeah, but it tastes like 36 other guys.
Yeah. Hey now. So, I'll tell you right now, though, NL doesn't look like it's got that big of a rush, dude. You want to talk about fucked in the head? The AL MVP race. There's 16. There's 7. So, let me just read this off. So, right now, Seattle is 1.5 games up, behind Tampa, who's a half game up, and Toronto, who's the third place. Then get ready for this. The Twins, a game behind. The Chicago White Sox, 1.5 games. The Baltimore Orioles, 1.5.
So you're saying Toronto is teetering on not making the playoffs?
All 3 of them are teetering on not making the playoffs.
Well, I'll tell you what, if the Yankees continue to play they may not fucking make the playoffs.
Yankees will make it because they still have a 15-game lead over fucking Tampa Bay.
But still,
See, I
they
can't believe that because I thought Toronto was gonna. I thought Toronto was like walking away with the East. I guess not.
No. So right now, as we sit here, Seattle, Toronto is only a game and a half behind Seattle for the first wild card spot. The team so you ready for this? There's one. So I'll get down to this last team, and after that, it's go fuck yourself. You're pretty much eliminated, and that's the Boston Red Sox, who's 4.5 games out of the wild card. So
God
you
damn.
have 4, 5, 6, 7 teams, all within 5 games, like 5, 6.5, 7 games of each other. Between the first wild card seed and like the middle of the pack.
So, who are the teams that are actually winning the division?
All right, so I'll pull that up right now. Okay, so the Yankees are 9 games in first at 72 and 45.
Fuck!
Right? Yeah,
The
they.
Yankees are losing tonight too.
Yeah, well,
They're
they
losing right now,
they
3-0.
fucking ran away with the beginning of the year. Remember how we said you can't win in April and May? You can but you can lose it. No, they fucking won it in April and May.
Speaking of that, some moron on Twitter who basically got blasted so bad that he actually deleted his tweet and his page, said, with the Mets losing and stuff the last 2 games, it's only August. And they're like,
It's only August.
and people were like, sir, what kind of crack are you smoking and can I have it?
You can say that.
What do you mean?
You can say that in April. You can't say that in August.
But it's only August. Anything could happen.
Yeah, and I only put the tip in means I can't get her pregnant.
But I can't believe, but wasn't it like before the All-Star break or something like that where Toronto was killing it?
No, yeah, they were killing it, but the Yankees had a 15-game lead in the division by the All-Star break.
Yeah, because I forgot, maybe it was a couple months ago that Toronto was like beating the shit out of everybody.
They were, but I'm saying is though, hello, Christian.
Hello, Christian.
We're talking about
Hello.
We're talking about your
Hello,
sad Yankees.
Christian.
We're talking
What's
about
up,
your
Chris?
We're talking about your sad Yankees.
What about them? You see, I ain't playing no goddamn music.
No, but we're talking about how Chris thought the Blue Jays were running away with the division.
Wait, who said that?
Chris.
You don't know shit.
Not because I remember like a couple months ago we were talking about, and Toronto was up like crazy in the division. I'm like, oh, okay.
Not everybody. I mean, I know they were the favorite to kind of come in and win the division. Like I know a lot of people even
Choking.
some people even picked them to win the World Series, if I'm not mistaken.
And they're on the precipice of like choking out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh, so Christian, have you been keeping up with the Met game tonight?
No, but I saw that kid hit a home run.
First major league at bat. Boom.
And I heard he went yard. That's great.
And
Yep.
I mean, to be a player, first time in the major leagues, you want to get that first hit, home run, and RBI all out of the way. He did it with one swing.
Hey.
So Chris, Christian, we were talking about the leaders right now for the divisions.
Okay.
Because we were talking about the AL and AL wild card with how like 7 teams are within 7 games of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So Chris, the Central right now, and they would be the team that plays in the wild card game, is the Cleveland Guardians.
They're in first place right now, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I called that in the beginning of the year. I said, I have a feeling about the Guardians. And y'all thought I was nuts.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Remember I said that in the beginning of the year?
Granted. 3 teams within a game of Cleveland.
But still, I want credit, damn it.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying there's still. This is one of those. This is the one division that you have no clue who the fuck's gonna come out of the Central.
I think it's
Dude, if Cleveland wins the World Series their first year that they got rid of the Indians nickname, oh my God.
And and then by the way, Houston is in the lead, but they have a 10.5 game lead in the West.
Fuck the trash cans.
The old Astros, the Houston assholes.
Yep, the Houston.
But
assholes.
you know what? I was watching them the other day. They're kind of vulnerable, like middle relief of the bullpen. So John, my question to you is,
Go for
come
it.
playoff time, are they gonna have to like ride that rotation deep into games, or Like, what would you do? Like, what do you see them doing? Not like I give a fuck, but yeah.
Well, let me put it to you this way: with a team like, look, their starting rotation. I know McCullers, I know Verlander, and I don't remember who the other guys are. It's like you said, they're going to have to go 6-7 innings in a game to just have a chance. Because if they go to that bullpen in that 4th or 5th inning, they're fucked. Because I did find out about it. They were talking about it on MLB Network. Their bullpen is very, very vulnerable, like you said.
Right.
They think they're Teflon elsewhere. When it comes to the fucking bullpen, they are not Teflon.
Okay, see, the reason why I asked, that kind of makes me feel better if we do have to play them in the ALCS, because I'm just going to say this right now. The lineup that y'all see right now with the Yankees, it won't be the same one that you're going to see come October.
Oh, and speaking of the Yankees, have you seen who's had a career resurgence once he was traded?
Joey
Fucking Gallo's starting to fucking hit home runs again. And everybody in the Yankees is like, what the fuck, did we give up on him too soon? I'm like, no, you gave up on him on the right fucking time.
I mean,
he's another Sonny Gray. He couldn't hack it in New York.
He couldn't hack it in the city. It's
no,
like,
he couldn't. I'll put him in that category with Sonny Gray, AJ Burnett, or as I used to call him, A-Joke Burnett, Michael Pineda. I hated Michael Pineda.
Jason Bay.
Jason Bay. Wait, Jason Bay played for the Yankees?
Mets.
no, he played for the Mets. He played for the Mets, and he had they signed him to a big contract. He couldn't get out of his own way. He couldn't hit nothing. Was hitting just above the Mendoza line, and it was always hurt.
Yeah. I mean, it's just crazy, man. Because, like, I was telling somebody the other day, because somebody was asking me, and I got another thing to show you guys. Someone was asking me, like, what exactly is wrong with the Yankees? I can't keep saying it enough. John, we talked about this the other day. What did I tell you? They miss Giancarlo Stanton.
They do miss Giancarlo Stanton, and this is what I said to Christian, and Christian, you'll back me up on this. What it is when you lose a big bopper like Giancarlo, or even when you lose Judge, when Judge was out for those few days, what happens is all these other players that are home run guys sit there and say, okay, well, I got to put it all on me now. I got to hit bomb. I got to make up for that power deficit. And the old adage goes is the more you try to hit home runs, the less you're going to do it.
Right.
The more you try to strike everybody out, the less you're going to do so.
So, okay. Yeah, John, you're absolutely right. Because it's almost like home run or bust for the Yankees. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to win you games in October. That's the reason why they were so successful in 2009, because they played small ball. And I'll tell you this right now. If Joe Girardi were managing this team, he'd light a new one. He'd light one up under them. Boone's not doing that.
But you know what it is, too? And it's like, because like I said, I watch a majority of the Mets broadcasts and stuff, especially when they face the Braves. The Braves are either home run or nothing.
So they're like the National League version of the Yankees.
Pretty much. They said that because the Braves, Austin Rileys, the Matt Olsons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
All that is like, oh boy. Oh,
so I have a question for all of you. Did you guys hear Stephen A's rant about the Yankees this morning?
No, I missed that.
You guys want to hear it?
Yeah.
Go for it.
All right, hold on.
You look like trash right now. You look like flat out trash. You're worse than how it smells from the sewers in the Bronx. And I was born in the Bronx. I know what the hell I'm talking about. I've taken the D train many times in my life. I got family on Webster Avenue, for crying out loud. You're straight garbage. This boy expected from the New York Yankees. You, Aaron Judge, you got 46 home runs. I appreciate that. But damn, you 0 for 4 last night, 1 for 14 over the last 4 games, while y'all bleeding 1 and 6 in your last 7 games. First time you scored a run in 3 to 4 games. Come on, y'all. Come on. The New York Mets are coming. Let me give you your props. Let me give my man Jeff Brown and Cali my props. Let me give my brother-in-law Darren Odie props. The Mets are coming. I don't give a damn if they lost 2 straight. They got an owner that's the closest emulation or the closest replica to George Steinbrenner. Steve Cohen got money, and he willing to spend. I don't know if y'all notice or not. You see the way the ball is coming out of the arm or the hand of DeGrom? You see the way the ball, I mean, he looks unstoppable. Unstoppable. The Mets lost 2 straight. Scherzer about to get the Braves tonight. Okay? 20 strikeouts in the last 14 innings, an ERA under 1, like a .64. The Mets. I ain't worried about I'm worried about the Mets because I'm a Yankee fan. And let me tell you what can't happen in New York City, Aaron Boone. If you want to keep your job,
Ooh.
Mets can't be in the World Series and the Yankees home. Even Hank and Hal ain't tolerating that. Forget about George, God rest his soul. I miss that man. Hank and Hal ain't tolerating that.
Okay. He's not wrong on anything he said.
Not a fucking thing. Not a fucking
No,
thing.
he's not wrong at all. He fucked up when he said Hank Steinbrenner. Hank died a couple years ago. But you know how it is, man. When you get into that passionate roast, you say things that aren't true. But you want to know what stood out to me about that whole rant, y'all?
What's that?
Was when he said, Aaron Boone, if you want to keep your job.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
true
look,
because
look, the black in me. I know what he wanted to say. If you want to keep your job, your ass can't be at home. That's what he really wanted to say. But no, he was right. You know what? And then see, one thing I hate doing when like I watch videos and you see a ton of comments on it. I hate going to the comments because somebody said this. Then again, they weren't really wrong either. They said Stephen A is not credible when it comes to baseball. This is the same man that said Shohei Ohtani can't be the face of baseball because he's not American.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
He can't really. Well, here's the thing. Shohei Ohtani, I mean, he's half right. Not that he's American. That's bullshit, because Ichiro was the face of baseball for a couple years, and he's not American.
damn right.
Wait a minute. For a little bit, wasn't Big Poppy the face of baseball?
Yeah.
No. Big Poppy was the face of Boston baseball.
Yeah,
He's a
but
superstar, but he wasn't.
Let's face it. Let's face it. In the late 90s and early 2000s, Jeter, Nomar, and A-Rod ruled the fucking MLB.
No ma.
Not wrong.
No.
And then if you want to go with the old hat, fucking Ripken gave it over.
Yeah.
Those 4 right there, and then you get the kid. Don't forget fucking Griffey.
And the hurt.
Hurt not so much in the end year. Like if you look at it. By the way, Christian, if you hear that, that's Blog Talk. Something's going on with Blog Talk.
Oh, I was about to say, is somebody wanking off?
Yeah, no.
It'll drive you nuts after a while.
But like you think about it, and it's like no. When in the early 2000s, from like 98 to 2001, it was the shortstop game. It was fucking A-Rod in Seattle, Boston had Nomar,
No ma.
and fucking Jeter in New York, and then
Yeah.
Ripken in Baltimore.
But Ripken had switched to
Third, but let's
third at that point.
But I'm sorry, let's fucking face it. He will always be a fucking shortstop.
Oh, totally. But still, I mean,
Mr. Iron Man will always be a shortstop.
yeah, I mean, it's just I look at it. I mean, I was listening to everything that guy said, and it's like, I mean, as a Met fan, yeah, I can't disagree with what he's saying, but I'm sorry, Christian, but as a Yankee fan, you can't be happy with the way they're playing.
No, I'm not. But okay, I'll say, damn it, and they're down 4-0 now. Jesus Christ. I'll say this. No, I do not like the way they're playing. John, you and I talked about this for about 15 minutes on Saturday. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was even watching
I
the
remember.
game when I was on the phone with you. Remember?
And that was again, and DeGrom was going that night too.
Yeah. This is when Frankie Montas was pitching in Boston. they've built up enough of a lead.
And that's
to
exactly
struggle.
what I was just about to say.
They've built up enough of a lead to struggle, but they've let their foot off the gas pedal. And quite frankly, it's unacceptable. I even saw a tweet from a Yankee fan that said, look, if Jeter were playing right now, he would have rallied the troops and he just would have led by example. This wouldn't be happening right now. And I can't disagree with that. You see what I'm saying? But
and one thing go ahead, finish your statement.
nah,
Christian.
cause like, look, it's just inconsistency all over the diamond. Like, starting pitching hasn't been bad. Like, Garrett Cole pitched well in Seattle last week. Offense just couldn't back him up. Don't you hate when that happens? When
Right.
you throw a gem, but your bats don't come away. And John, what did I tell you the other day? It's always hit or miss with the Yankees. They hit, the pitching sucks. They pitch, the hitting sucks. Like, put it all together, and then all these problems will be just fine. Like, the starting pitching hasn't been bad. Montas actually looked pretty good. He had a quality second start compared to his first start. He gave up like 6 runs in 3 innings. It's the offense. Like, they just shouldn't be relying on Aaron Judge to be the source of offense. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. And then Boone sometimes just overmanages. Like, me personally, I would prefer him to go back to Aroldis Chapman as the closer because Clay Holmes just isn't cutting it.
Well,
He just went on the IL.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
Holmes just went on the IL. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And then on top of that, DJ's hurt.
Well, you just called up.
Florio. We called up Florio and Cabrera.
Yeah, you guys called up some big names. I'm waiting for. I think the one guy I'm surprised hasn't gotten called up yet, unless they really don't trust him yet, is being too young, is Volpe.
Yeah,
Volpe's
and
not
on
gonna be
top
up
of
this
that,
year.
on top of that, John, correct me if I'm wrong here, okay?
What's that?
The Yankees also miss Matt Carpenter.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and I said that last week when he got hurt. I said that's going to hurt the Yankees more than anything. And damn it if I wasn't right. But also, what I want to say one thing about with the Yankees. And Christian, this is not a knock.
Look, you can say what you want.
No.
Negative,
It's the thing I mentioned to you. I want to get Ronnie and Chris's reaction to that tweet that I told you that I remind somebody said about Mr. Judge. They go, to all my Yankee fans out there, how is it going to feel when you see Aaron Judge patrolling right or center field for Citi Field next year for Uncle Stevie?
When Barack Obama comes back to office, that's when
I'll say this. I will say this. If Judge is not a Yankee next year, and if he's a Met or a Salk, then Boone and Cashman need to be fired immediately.
No, you're right. They have to keep Judge to me, and I'm going to put this on him. Judge to me is this generation's Derek Jeter.
But
He's
I'll say this.
mild-mannered. No, let me finish my statement. He's mild-mannered. He doesn't get himself into trouble. He does his job. He does it well when he's not hurt. But he's that quiet, cool that the Yankees had when Jeter was in his prime.
There's only one spot Judge can go to that no one will bitch and moan. And that's Frisco.
Where he's from.
That is the only way, if he leaves the Yankees and goes to San Francisco, that no one can bitch.
But am I wrong in my statement with Judge when it comes to Judge?
I wouldn't go to the level of Jeter.
Christian,
No,
do you want to
no,
say yes
no.
or no?
No, I'm with John.
No, Jeter was. Here's the thing.
Look,
Jeter was pop culture. Judge is not.
Judge.
Shit, Judge is pop culture. Here comes the Judge. All rise. Here comes
Okay.
the-
Hold on. Sorry, Christian. I don't mean to cut you off. But how many commercials is Judge in?
Yeah,
He doesn't want to
that's a good
do them.
point.
They've offered it to him. You don't want to do them.
Yeah,
But I'm
'cause he's
saying
just
is-
focused on one thing. That's where he's like Jeter. He just wants to win. Like I remember after the 2019 World Series when that little MF hit the walk-off home run
Yeah.
to send us home. They were at Judge's locker asking him about this season, and he said something very Derek Jeter-esque. I remember it like it was yesterday. 103 wins doesn't mean anything without a championship.
But Christian,
right. There it
Christian,
is.
I will wipe that away on one thing that Judge did that
What?
would discount anything of him being like Jeter.
What?
Boston and the boombox.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
The minute he did that, he showed his arrogance. Jeter,
And the minute he did
Jeter
that-
does not show arrogance. Jeter
the
showed his
minute-
arrogance on the field.
And the minute he did that, he gave Boston bulletin board material because they beat the absolute hell out of us in Game 3.
Yep. Judge and the
I remember
boombox.
that.
That's why I
Dude.
will never say he is like Jeter. He is Aaron Judge, yes, but Jeter, you couldn't turn your fucking head without seeing Jeter on something.
Yeah, that's true.
Jeter was the Michael Jordan of baseball.
He was.
And as a Met fan, I hate fucking saying that, but
No, but you know what? You got to give respect where it's due. And like I said, as a Met fan too, I'll say it that I'll defend Derek Jeter to people. If they blast him, I'm like, motherfucker, do you see how many rings that motherfucker's got? Do you see how classy that dude is? You know?
yeah,
Even,
and I
even
mean,
gives that a gift basket in the morning. But that,
yeah,
but
but
no,
you know what though? Yeah, but you know what though? The tag team partner that he was playing against next to second base still couldn't throw a ball from second base to first.
who's that? Aroids?
No, Chuck Knobloch.
Oh, he had the yips. He got the yips. Same thing that ended Steve Sack's Yankee career. He got the yips. And when you get the yips, it's kind of hard to shake it. Some people can, some people can't. And if you can't, your career's over. And Knobloch's career was over after he got the yips.
But no, like Judge is Judge. Not gonna say that, but I will never say he's Jeter.
Yeah, but still. But you know what? All that aside, Judge is that prominent guy that you want to see finish his career a Yankee.
Oh, I'm
If you
not
were to
saying.
go anywhere else, it would feel blasphemous almost.
Well, that's like saying Jeter finished in his hometown. I mean, dude, the dude was from New Jersey, so he kind of did.
Well, does anybody remember how close Bernie Williams came to signing with Boston when when Bernie was coming up on his big free agent year?
I remember.
They said that all that was signing was pen to paper, and something happened at that midnight hour that changed direction. Can you imagine if Bernie had gone to Boston?
Actually,
Yankee fans would have been devastated if he'd gone to Boston.
an outfield with him, Manny, and Trot Nixon.
Don't you dare. God, somebody mute his microphone.
I'm the one that controls the shit, bitch.
Mute your shit. Don't you ever. How dare you? You are so, you. I think I say you're disrespectful twice per show when it comes to you. Do you realize that?
That'd be a sick fucking outfield.
You are just. How dare you?
That would be a sick fucking outfield.
You need to go to grandma's house, man. Maybe she'll whoop your ass.
Get out the wooden spoon.
Jesus.
But no, I'm just saying. I remember. It's like I remember Yankee fans when they were talking about that when they were saying how close he was to signing with Boston. Yankee fans were crying. They were bitching and moaning and stuff. This was pre-Twitter. I mean, the internet was around, but was it like it was now? Do you imagine if that had happened now? Well, I could say it now because technically, if Judge does the same thing that he does and he actually leaves, Yankee fans are going to be pissed off. They're going to be asking for people's fucking heads. It's going to be a fucking all-out war. You know, and this is like the best way I could describe it was Bernie going to Boston, almost going to Boston, I should say.
Finally, Glaber hit a home run. 4-2 Yankee. 4-2. Those sea creatures.
Oh God, the Yankees actually figured out the ball goes over the fence to actually score a run.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but still,
Christian.
it shouldn't
Sorry,
be
but
like, no, you're right. It shouldn't be like that.
So, all right. So let me finish up the NL, because I know Chris wanted to know. So the Mets got a 3.5 game lead. They're probably gonna have if it stays the way now, Mets are gonna have a 4.5 game lead over the Braves. St. Louis has a 2 game lead over the Brew Crew. And the Dodgers have a 16.5 game lead over the Padres.
over the pads.
Yeah.
Talk about. So the Dodgers have injury problems, but yet the Padres have suspension problems.
Yeah, right? And
Christian and I discussed that on Saturday.
And actually, I want to actually have a discussion real quick about this. Because, and it kind of floats into football, too. So Deshaun Watson, when his suspension was coming up, they recommend 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Goodell wants to push for a year.
Well, right. But that's not what I'm actually getting at. Deshaun Watson did something where he went after Instagram models and coerced them into doing stuff. Allegedly. Coerced them into doing things that they didn't want to do. Why is Trevor Bauer not in the fucking league?
There it is.
You're giving him... I'm about to crack open a fucking beer because I'm about to go on a fucking rant.
Uh-oh.
Trevor Bauer didn't do anything illegal. Everything was under consent. Just it was some kinky ass shit that the woman had regrets about at the end. He gets 2 years? But yet Deshaun Watson went after 30 fucking women. That's not allegedly. That's fact. 30 women that were not masseuses, that were Instagram models per se. And he got a recommended of 6, which he's gonna get a year. If I'm Trevor Bauer, I'd be royally pissed off right now that for someone that did something illegal because he spent money and got it all dropped is only going to get a fucking year. By the way, that's only $1 million he's losing out of his contract.
Jesus Christ, someone's beating it in motion and rhythm. Good Lord.
That fucking blog talk.
Yeah,
Dude,
sure.
I'd be filing an appeal like right away because it's bullshit. Because Watson went after Instagram masseuses, models, yada, yada, yada. And yeah, he coerced them to do something against their will.
Yeah.
And Bauer did nothing illegal, and yet his name is Mud.
Well, his name was Mud going into it.
No. Yeah, he was a troll. He's a troll. We know this. But he shouldn't be out of the league.
Yeah, I mean, to say Bauer should be out of the league right now would be like, you know, would be to persecute Blake Snell for what he said during the fucking pandemic, and you know, to basically kick him out of the league because of it. It's ridiculous. I mean, even if someone doesn't like him because he trolled or whatever, he shouldn't be out of the league.
Yeah, that's a different issue. Him being like, because the woman allegedly sued him, it looked like a money grab from the start. Luckily, he had text messages saying what she was okay with him doing. He got acquitted.
Yeah, when you get it in writing, I mean, you really can't. Which means the court of public opinion fucked it.
Yeah,
But you know what? Here's the thing too, and here's the thing that nobody's saying. When it comes to baseball, there's one name that fucks baseball up more than anything, and anybody will agree with me. Rob Manfred is a
He's terrible.
He's a piece of dog shit. The guy bends to political pressures. He bows down to sponsors. He pimps baseball out to Apple TV, and fuck you, Apple TV. But
And Goodell's any better?
But you know what? Here's the thing. Goodell doesn't have a bad enough track record with fans like Manfred does.
No, but he just lets an owner go to France and not have to stand in front of Congress for illegal emails.
No, but Manfred,
That was in Robert Kraft's back pocket.
but you know what it is? It's like Manfred. I just remember during the strike, and I shared this photo out there, when fans were clamoring for baseball and stuff, he's sitting there practicing his golf swing. When he was coming out saying, I really want this to be resolved. I really want our fans to be happy. How does my golf swing look?
But John, you're only looking at one side of the public opinion.
No, I'm not looking at just that.
What were the
There's a
players
lot of
doing?
things- There's
What
a
were
lot
the-
of things that he's done that have screwed this game up.
I understand that. But what were the players' associations doing? They didn't try to make an effort to come to the table either.
I'm not going to say they were both fucking guilty of this shit. I'm not denying that.
But you can't
The players
pin it
were
on...
being a bunch of...
But at the same
I
time,
know
you
I
just
can't pin it all on him, but I can't pin it all on the players. But Manfred's not guilt-free in this.
But if there was no Twitter, no one would bitch and moan about it. It's the fact that people are posting this shit on Twitter. No one's posting anything the players are doing. And honestly, it's not Manfred's fault, because the owners are supposed to be are the ones that are supposed to be there. He's the mediator for the owners. The owners are supposed to be in the meetings doing the fucking strike deals.
Yeah, but then you know what? Then stay neutral and don't say a fucking word. That should have been rule number one with him. Look, okay, if I'm a mediator between the owners and the players, then I got to stay neutral and I can't say anything if somebody asks me in the press what's going on, I can't discuss it right now. That's got to be up to them. If he had said that, nobody would have had a fucking issue with it. But then he came out and he opened his mouth every chance he got and said, oh, they're not playing right here, or they're not playing right there, blah, 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 blah. He's playing them off against each other. That is where he fucked up. That is where he screwed up, and that is why that motherfucker's hated. Period.
Well, there's other reasons
Mic
why.
drop.
There's other reasons why he's hated. I mean, trying to have Major League
But
Baseball.
I'm not wrong. But I'm not wrong in
But
that
you're not
regard.
right either, because you're pinning it on him.
I did. What did I just say? I said I'm not pitting it all on him. The players were just as guilty, and I said that.
Yeah, because
But I'm
he.
just saying the thing I was saying about it is the fact that if you're you running this league, say when this strike stuff was coming out and it's starting to get really hot and heavy, I can't discuss any of that. That's between the players association and the ownership. I can't discuss it because I'm not going to get in. I'm not going to say anything to the positive or to the negative. If he had said that in the beginning, shit wouldn't have gotten as bad as it did between Twitter and the fans. That's what did it.
But at the same time, a lot of fans need to also keep their mouth shut and let them come to the table. Like, everyone was bitching, oh, we're not going to have baseball. It's like, let them do their freaking jobs. When it really starts getting down and dirty, we still have a full 162 games. We still win. We still have a full season. Everyone's happy. For crying out loud, hockey would be the one that would be most pissed. They actually lost 3 seasons once. Manfred puts his foot in his mouth. We all know this.
He's a piece of shit. He's a pussy. That's what he is. Flat out.
The owners run the league, but Manfred has to be the mouthpiece for the owners. So he's the one that's going to take all the blame and get none of the credit. Just like
You don't deserve
Goodell.
any-
Just like
You don't
Goodell.
deserve any fucking credit. You don't deserve shit.
That's
my
not what
eyes.
I'm saying. I'm saying he gets none of the credit. The owners will get all the credit. He gets all the blame. Goodell is the exact same way. The owners get all the credit. Goodell takes the fucking the shit end. That's why he's getting paid $30 million a year, because he takes all the bad press.
Who, Manfred gets how much?
I
Or
don't.
Goodell?
Goodell.
Well, that's also why Goodell gets booed every freaking like first round.
Oh, he
and it's
loves.
like,
You know he loves it though. He loves it.
oh, yeah,
Manfred gets it. Did you see the fight, man? Manfred, when he stepped out on the podium, he got booed out of the place during the rookie draft this year. The second he came out for that first pick, and they go, they announced him and stuff. He came out, they booed the shit out of him.
You know when fans can really start booing? Is if we don't ever get a season. Because in retrospect, that means you're losing your money. We have a full 162 games, so no offense. If you don't like it, don't go. I have an issue with the fact that tickets are over fucking priced. Do you see me going to a game? I have more of an issue with the fact that they're not paying these minor leaguers livable wage. That's more of an issue. And I'm sorry, Blake Snell and these guys that are making billions of dollars, or like hundreds of millions of dollars, are turning around and saying to the rookies, nah, we're good. We'll hold them out. We'll hold them out. Bullshit. Not everybody can make fucking $35 million a year.
And soon to be $50 million if Juan Soto has his way.
Or if you're LeBron James making $48 million a year.
The Lakers crazy as hell.
With your receding hairline.
Hey, you be respectful.
Oh, he's got a 5 head.
Hey, and you know what? He bought a hairline. You know why?
He bought a hairline.
Because he can do that.
Oh, yeah,
Wish
what?
Kevin Durant would get the memo, too.
Yeah, what? Off his Space Jam 2 money?
Look, man. Look, I remember when my little man asked me one time, what would I do to stop LeBron? I'm like, man, I'm sending his ass a thin edible arrangements of Rogaine.
You have a problem when you have more hair on your beard than you do your head.
I'm not even touching that one.
Look, man. Yeah, and you know what's crazy? My dad thinks LeBron's on steroids.
No, that's not Body by Pfizer. That's Body by Duncan. That's what that is.
Well, LeBron was a big guy in high school. He just grew into his body.
He grew into his body. He's more proportioned now. I mean, hell, at least he's playing more than Ben Simmons.
Yeah, that's not really saying a lot.
No, it's not.
Goddamn LeBron James.
So, did you see this? About 7 days ago, Jordan's 98 jersey went up for sale.
Oh, LeBron's whacking off again. No, he heard his name, so he's whacking off again.
Yeah, Michael Jordan's Game 1 98 NBA Final jersey went up for auction. It looks like it's going to be sold in between $3 to $5 million.
And it's going to sit on some rich guy's shelf somewhere.
Watch, Jim Irsay buys it. Jesus Christ, this thing fucking...
Jesus, I'm looking at pictures of Trish. I can't help it.
Oh, by the way, she's coming back.
Yeah.
When?
Like, for good. Like, she signed a new deal with WWE.
Oh, I can't wait.
She's going to be, all they would have to do is go bring back the Diva bikini shoots, and Christian would be like, where are they? I'm flying to where they're filming. Trish, do you need an oil boy?
Look, man, nah, you don't want me to do no oil. Trust me. Yes, I end up with a baby inside you messing with me.
So one other NBA thing. So yes, so like I said, LeBron James just signed a 2-year extension for $97.1 million for the Lakers. LeBron dismisses the Bronny rumors to Oregon. not have games on Election Day.
I heard that.
I mean, would that really factor into this year? I can understand in 2 years when we have the presidential. But it is what it is. The schedule came out. I haven't had time to look that over yet. The only thing we got right now is the Celtics Warriors rematch game is December 10th.
Wow, that early?
Yeah.
Usually finals rematches are like in February, March.
Or Christmas.
Yeah, even that too. I wish that's the one thing they would keep consistent is like finals rematches take place on Christmas. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, that definitely would be. All right. We ready? College football?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Chris, you ready?
What?
College football, you ready?
Okay.
Top 25, the AP 25 is officially released. For week
All right, cool.
number 25. We got Michael Jackson's favorite college, BYU. Brigham Young.
You ain't shit.
Brigham
God, I really don't like you, Ryan.
Young is number 25, which actually kind of shocks me that they're actually 25.
Can you say Brigham and not Brigham?
That's the Jersey accent, motherfuckers. BYU.
Yeah, there we go. Cool.
Number 24, Houston.
Yeah.
Number 23, Cincinnati.
Yeah, okay.
They'll be out of the top 25 after week 1 because they play Arkansas to open up their season. Number 22, Wake Forest. Number 21, Old Miss.
Mm-hmm.
Number 20, Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Number 19, Arkansas. Number 18, Wisconsin. Number 17, Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Number 16, the U, Miami. Number 15, Michigan State.
I swear to God, Texas better not be high ranked.
Texas ain't even on the list.
Thank God.
Number 14, USC. Number 13, NC State. Number 12, the good old mullet, OK State.
Oh yeah, he's 50.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm a man.
Come after me, I'm a man. I'm 40.
Well, he was 40.
He was. Now he's 50.
Yeah. I'm 50.
Number 11, Oregon.
Eh.
Number 10, Baylor. Number 9, Boomer Sooners. Okay.
See, I would switch Baylor in Oklahoma. I put Baylor at number 9. But I think they're going to make some noise. I think they're a dark horse playoff team this year. Like, they bring back a majority of that team from last year. I think they're the best defense in the Big 12. Oklahoma still has some question marks, and it's a new chapter of football now with Brett Venables.
Well, the beauty of that is they're going to play each other early, I think like week 5. So
The, the Big 12 is probably down to, it's going to be Oklahoma, Baylor, and maybe.
I mean, I gotta see what OK State did to reload.
Yeah, OK State. It's basically a 3-team race.
Number 8, Michigan.
I mean, I don't disagree with it. You know, I think if they brought back a couple of guys from last year, they'd be a little bit higher. Do I think they'll still be competitive? Yeah, they got to win the games that they know they need to win early on to stand a chance. Other than that, I think they're accurately ranked.
Yeah. What is it? Number 7, Utah.
You know, this is another team I feel that's a dark horse playoff team. Like, yeah, I know they lose Devin Lloyd, but they're so well coached under Kyle Whittingham. And look out for Cameron Rising. He is a guy that came in and really just took over that offense and really came in as a quarterback with a lot of command and control of his offense.
Yeah, I agree with that. I like Utah.
The thing is, Utah needs to win the games that they're supposed to win.
Hold on.
Utah
Yeah.
has robbed a couple games that they have no business losing.
Look, y'all, I'm recording this again because someone else called me and they said I'm bullshitting. I'm on the radio. I'm just trying to teach a dumbass a lesson. So, yeah, this is for you. Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying that, like, that's what they do. And that's why they can never find themselves in the playoff.
Yeah. All right. Next team. This is pretty self-explanatory. Texas A&M.
Yeah. Look, they bought Jimbo here for what? To elevate this program. This program was shot under Kevin Sumlin, and now, Jimbo's elevating them. They're paying him all that money to not only just win the SEC West, but win SEC championships, get to the playoffs. Could have made the playoffs a couple years ago, if we're being realistic. I cannot wait for that Texas A&M Alabama game. That might ultimately decide the West, if we're being realistic here.
Well, we'll find out what you have when we get to the SEC.
Amen.
Notre Dame, number 5.
Did you guys see what Paul Feinbaum said about them being ranked number 5?
No, I didn't. But I would say, in my opinion, they're a little high.
Yeah, that's what he said. But he said, look, they're going to get raked their first game of the year.
All right, so we're going in number 5, right?
And you're going to leave probably number 15.
Dude, we're going to leave, probably out of the top 10.
Yeah. Oh, you're definitely leaving it in the top 10. Especially the fact that you're a 17-point dog right now in the shoe.
I mean, look, this is going to be a different Notre Dame team this year because usually there's balance on both sides of the ball when you think of Notre Dame football, right? Like, they have a running back. They always have a good running game, always have solid weapons. But this offense is going to go through one guy, and that's the best tight end in the country, like I said last week, Michael Mayer. Defensively, Kyle Hamilton's presence is going to be missed, but watch out for Isaiah Foskey.
Yeah. Number 4, Clemson.
I think they're ranked a little high.
Honestly, this is a show me. You're putting them there to show me if they're worth a number 4.
Yeah, because I want to see if DJ has really grown, because last year was a struggle for him. I can't say a lot of that was his fault, but that offensive line is going to have to be better, and I really want to see what this defense does now that they don't have Brett Venables. I think they're still the best defense in the in the ACC on paper, but I just want to see how they're going to put everything together, because look, here's the thing. When Clemson had Trevor, Clemson scared you. You see what I'm saying? They were a team that you knew they were going to bring it. You had to bring your lunch pail when you played them because it was going to be a physical battle. And if they got ahead early, they pretty much were in cruise control for the rest of the game. I don't get that intensity with this Clemson group. But it's going to come down to quarterback. And what's that kid's name that's waiting in case DJ screws up again, Ronnie?
I'll find it, but let me just say the last three. It's Georgia, Ohio State, Bama. What a shock.
Yeah, I mean, Georgia, look, Georgia's going to be good this year, but I don't think they're going to be as strong as they were last year. I mean, they were complete in every phase of the game. Offense, they did just enough. They controlled the clock. Can we stop bashing Stetson Bennett? Please and thank you. Because anytime this kid needed to make a big throw, he did it. And defensively, I mean, that definitely speaks for itself. Now, they're without Nakobe Dean. They're without Jordan Davis. They're without Travion Walker. And those are three key pieces from that title run last year. But Kirby's going to have that defense plan at a high level once again. Ohio State, they're going to come in with a chip on their shoulder. Look, they know how their season ended. Their regular season ended last year. Offensively, you know what you're going to get from them. They have that big four with CJ Stroud, Travion Henderson, Marvin Harrison Jr., Jackson Smith, and Jigba. I'll tell you this, Ronnie. You know who Ohio State kind of reminds me of?
Who?
They're the college football's version of the Buffalo Bills. And what I mean by that is they kind of don't like running the football like Buffalo doesn't. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
they're gonna be pass heavy.
But see, think about it. The year when Ohio State won that national championship against Oregon in 2014, they were able to run the football. Running the football still makes a difference this day and age. I mean, Alabama at number 1. Are you really surprised?
No. And the kid's name is Cade Kublik. Klubnik. Yeah, exactly, Blog Talk. He's the kid waiting in the ring. 6'2" freshman, 185 pounds. From Austin, Texas.
Yeah, I mean, look, if they end up having to switch to him, watch out. Because the last time Clemson did this, what happened?
Trevor Lawrence.
Yep.
They won it
And
all.
you can blame Syracuse for that shit because Syracuse is the reason that they fucking knocked them out.
Exactly.
But it's definitely going to be interesting to see. So, all right. So let's go into our picks. We're going to pick. So we're not going to go over-unders anymore for right now because we have literally one more week until week 0, and we're going to be making our week 0 picks next week. So we're going to do the SEC, the Pac-12, and the Big 12. And we're going to give the two teams in our title that are going to be in the title game and our title winners.
Okay.
So let's start with if you have anything that you want to talk about with the other teams, you can add them in. We're going to start with the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, the favorites to win, to make it out of the SEC, obviously, Alabama and Georgia.
Right.
Are those your clear-cut favorites to make it out, or do you see a hiccup coming in?
Nah, I think those are the clear-cut favorites. The only team I'd say Alabama should be worried about is Texas A&M because they can pose as that threat to them in the SEC West. I think LSU is a couple years away because they're still trying to buy into what it is that Brian Kelly is selling. But Alabama, look, they don't rebuild. They don't tear it apart. They just reload. And I know there's no Jamison Williams. I don't think John Mechie III is there, but you're bringing back Bryce Young, and he's the Heisman winner for a reason. The reigning Heisman winner at that for a reason. Always going to have that strong offensive line. But the problem last year with Alabama, they were extremely vulnerable in a secondary. Look at how many teams left and right were attacking the Alabama Crimson Tide secondary last year. Georgia exposed it completely in a national championship game back in January. But look, I still am kind of rubbed by the wrong way that Nick Saban said last year was a rebuild for us. No, rebuilding teams don't get to national championships, Nick. You just sound like a sore loser. Georgia, on the other hand, Georgia's going to be fun to watch. They're going to be that gritty, physical, blue-collar football team that you're going to have to bring your lunch pail to compete against. Will their defense be good? Yes. Will they be as good as they were last year? No. And Georgia also has a really good tight end of their own, and Brock Bowers. They're going to run the football. They're going to have that strong offensive line, and they're going to have more playmakers on the defensive side of the ball. Maybe not of the caliber of last year. I mean, this is going to be a younger defense. Last year was a veteran unit, Ronnie. But, yeah, I think it's going to come down to these two again for the SEC.
All right. John, do you have any... Are you just going to go with chalk?
He agrees with
What do you
me.
mean chalk?
There
you go.
Alabama, Georgia.
He agrees with me.
Christian's got my back on this one because, like I said, I don't know enough about these football teams to really make any educated guesses. So,
Chris?
Are we talking natty or were we talking?
No, we're talking SEC.
Wait, what?
SEC.
Oh, the SEC. It's Georgia and Alabama. Like,
You're
if
taking
Georgia and Alabama, it's the only team that might be able to give Georgia a run would be a Florida team if everything falls right, or South Carolina if South Carolina actually does something. Ha ha ha. In the West, I mean, you got A&M, but they can never seem to get it all straight. And Auburn is just... Auburn's rebuilding. I mean, LSU's a wild card under Brian Kelly, so who knows? And Brian Kelly would love to beat Nick Saban. I don't think it happens this year. I think it's Georgia, Alabama, yet again.
Yeah, I agree with him.
And I don't. Alabama, yes. Bama's making it no matter what. So I can pencil them in out of the West. I don't think Georgia's making it out of the East. I think that defense is too damaged. I think that's what's going to hurt them. I think Stetson Bennett will keep them alive in games. But
Yeah.
I see them losing 2 games. I can see Georgia losing 2 games. Florida and the team I have making it, the good old Tennessee Volunteers.
Oh, Lord.
What? Oh, God. Give me a fucking break.
Yeah.
Rocky slap.
They bring back 89% of their fucking offense and 78% of their defense.
Yeah, and they barely made a bowl last year.
They also had one of the hardest fucking schedules. They still play Georgia, who they can beat, and they play Bama. So if they only lose 1 game, okay, so guess what? I have Georgia losing 2. They don't have to worry about Bama again until the end of the year. They're not making a national title game. They have to make it out of the East to make it to Atlanta.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. If you wear orange and white, you are not back. I don't care if you're Texas, Tennessee, Syracuse, you're not back. I'm sorry.
We'll see.
The days of Peyton Manning and T. Martin are far gone. Philip Fulmer's no longer there.
Look, I'll tell you this. Tennessee wouldn't stand a chance even if Peyton did come back.
Oh, all right, then I want this on record. If we come into December and they're there, I want y'all to eat fucking crow.
I can't eat crow. I'm allergic to it.
Yeah, yeah, but I want to hear you then say you don't know shit.
I don't
Dude,
say I don't know shit.
you're out of Tennessee right now is Bianca Belair. Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna get Ronnie 7 T-shirts that say "You don't know shit." 1 for each day of the week. He don't know shit.
Dude, I'm gonna go back to Steve Spurrier. You cannot spell citrus without UT.
Y'all got y'all don't understand that I actually have been paying attention to this shit.
Yeah, I don't understand that Tennessee always fucks up.
Yeah.
What
Dude.
makes...
Remember when Tennessee was supposed to be this amazing team and they barely made it out of App State on the week 1? They barely made it out of App State.
Wait. You can never judge something on week 1. Appalachian State beat Michigan week 1.
Yeah, but this was years beyond that.
When they were an established fucking team? Are you fucking high? Yeah. Guess what? Michigan, no one
This
knew.
was years beyond when App State, that squad, beat Michigan. Everybody from that App State squad graduated or was gone.
And they were in the Sun Belt when they actually went up against Tennessee.
Yeah, and they almost beat them. Tennessee
You're
had to go
also
to
talking
over-
about a game that happened 12 fucking years ago.
Yeah, and Tennessee still hasn't come back, okay?
And regimes change. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, regimes do change, but Tennessee hasn't.
Guess what? They, like I said,
That's a hell of a jump. I'm sorry, it's a hell of a jump from barely making a bowl game to being SEC, to being in the SEC, in Atlanta to lose to Alabama, which they got to play in the regular season anyway.
yeah, that's 10-5. That's a home game. It really, that's, which I don't see them winning in the first place. They can beat Georgia though. Georgia is not bringing back what people think. Georgia is going to struggle hard.
The thing is, I don't think Georgia will struggle hard because they have a good quarterback. Offensively, they'll be okay.
Okay, what?
Defense, they're gonna miss some guys, but Georgia.
Miss some guys? 13
Yeah,
of
but
the entire team got drafted.
Yeah, they're gonna miss All Americans, but Kirby Smart does the same thing as Nick Saban. He doesn't rebuild; he reloads.
Bingo.
And so for every the Kobe Dean or whatever, there's going to be another guy that's going to take his place that we're going to all have our name. We're all going to have his name on our fucking mind because it's what Kirby Smart has instilled in Georgia, the same way Nick Saban has instilled in Alabama.
So I'm looking at their schedule. I'm looking at Georgia's schedule right now. They could lose 4 games. I can see them losing 4 games. Honestly, I could see them losing against South Carolina because it's at South Carolina. It's going to be a blackout.
That has trap game written all over it.
Yes. They can lose to Florida, the cocktail party.
Yeah.
But Florida's,
I could
we have
possibly.
no idea what Florida even has because Florida's in flux right now.
And again, they can lose to Tennessee. And they can lose to Kentucky. It's in Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, they can. Well, that's if Georgia's defense does not show up. And I think Kirby Smart will have that squad ready to play.
I do too.
The question is, though, is what defense do they have? Everybody on the championship defense got drafted.
Yeah, that's what, when I say they don't rebuild, they reload. They probably have some juniors and sophomores that are ready to make names. Same as Alabama. Everybody goes, oh, what's Alabama going to do? Da-da-da. Like, what? If they can't replace Surtain, then they have another guy that just comes out of the fucking wings. Like, what was it? Who was it? The guy from Alabama.
Bama, here's the thing, though. When it came to Alabama always had at least 1 or 2 guys that stood around that came back to reload. They never filled an entire defense.
But they also had, they also lived in the top 100 for recruiting, which
Right.
Georgia does now. So
Right, but what I'm saying is, though, is that we don't know what the defense is going to be. Bama no team has had to reload an entire fucking defense like that. There's never been 13 fucking 11 fucking players have to fucking come back and be all brand new on the team. It's never happened. It's never happened. It's an outlier.
That Neyland Stadium needs to worry about keeping mustard out of people's fucking heads.
Jesus Christ!
Okay?
Come up with an argument. I'm giving it to you. You have none.
I was making a joke there.
I know, but I'm just saying. Come up with an argument. I'm giving you a chance.
That's what Neyland Stadium needs to worry about. They need to worry about keeping mustard on people's heads.
And like I said, listen, even if Tennessee makes it, Bama's still winning the fucking SEC.
Yeah, that I can agree with.
Yeah.
See, I just think Georgia reloads. I don't see anybody in the East. The only team I really see that could give them a challenge in the East is Florida, because we don't know what Florida has.
But here's the thing though. You're looking at the team winning the SEC. I'm looking at the team just coming out of the East. I'm not looking at Tennessee winning the SEC. I don't think that's going to happen. But I can see them making it out of the East. That's the difference.
See, I can't see that. I'm sorry. I can't. I can't see Rocky Top making it out of the East. Oh, God. If they did, Kane would never shut up about it on Twitter. Jesus Christ. See, I told you, shut up, Glenn.
But are we all in agreement that it's going to be Bama?
Pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
That it's going to be Bama and...
No, Bama's going to fucking win the SEC.
Bama's going to win the SEC, I have a feeling, because they never lose twice. I think the West is going to be a lot harder than some people think, because you have A&M. Arkansas could put up a fight. You never know. And then you have LSU under Brian Kelly, which, who knows? Who knows? Because LSU under Ed Orgeron had a problem with offense, not defense. Mostly. So,
hold on, let me see. I mean, also, too, you have the Iron Bowl.
Yeah, now you have an offensive coach with Kelly that, if he has a good defensive coordinator, they could do something. And he has a lot more resources. I can't believe I'm going to say this. He has a lot more resources in Baton Rouge than he did in South Bend.
Yeah.
And that is sad.
So,
that,
all right, so
that
here's...
South Bend has fallen that far where they can't even get more resources than an SEC West B squad.
So, here's Bama's big test. I'm not even counting their second game. That's going to be difficult because they're at Texas, but that's a nooner, so fuck it. At Arkansas, they're home against A&M. They're at Rocky Top, at LSU, at Ole Miss, and then home against Auburn.
Ole Miss always seems to give them a challenge.
Yep, that's why I added that.
I mean, are they home against Auburn?
Yeah, they're home against Auburn. They're home for the Iron Bowl.
Oh, boy. Get ready for a massacre.
Get ready for bloodshed.
The Iron Bowl is going to be an ironing.
You can never say, again, you can never say that because it is a rivalry game.
Yeah, I don't think anybody expected Auburn last year to take Alabama to 3 overtimes. That's when I saw a little bit of vulnerability with them, because that secondary has to be better this year for for Alabama if they want to bring back another national championship to Tuscaloosa, because when that secondary is not doing well, that puts a lot of pressure on the front seven. We know their front seven can get to the quarterback, but can you cover in the back end, and can you hold up your end of the bargain?
Yeah. All right. So Pac-12.
Mm-hmm.
Pac-12. So the Pac-12 title game right now, the two favorites to make it are Utah and USC. Is there any other team that you see coming out of that other than those two, or are you going chalk?
I see Oregon coming out because I think Oregon, they're going to get back to a traditional offense. They have Bo Nix coming in. He's a veteran, and I think a change of scenery is needed for him because I felt he was really misunderstood when he was at Auburn. I know their defense, it's tough to replace a guy like a Kayvon Thibodeau, but watch out for Justin Flo and watch out for Noah Sewell. Those two are going to carry this defense this year. They're going to have a challenge right out the gates. You're facing the national champs. It's pretty much a home game for them because the game is in Atlanta. Have a new coach in Dan Lanning. If Oregon can get that running game going until Bo is on the same page with his wide receivers, I think this is a formidable unit to watch. In Utah, I think Utah is the best team in the Pac-12. Look, it's nothing against USC. It's just I think these two teams right here are a little more established than USC.
USC is the unknown because this is a team that was put together by fucking pretty much like fucking paper clips and bubble gum.
Yeah.
They did nothing but transfer portals and pretty much that's it. It's transfer portals. It's like they recruited the fucking team. So for them, it's like it's going to be an interesting setup because can they be an established unit under what they have? Because they have one of the best wide receivers. They have a good They have a decent quarterback. They have an amazing coach. I mean, USC is going to be interesting, and I don't think they play Utah at all this year. No, they do. They're at Utah. So that right there is going to be the testing grounds to see if Utah can get into the playoffs. I don't know. I think I agree with your Oregon pick, but I just see Utah fucking up somewhere. I'm going with Oregon and USC.
Okay.
We're talking Pac-12, right?
Yep.
Oregon, Utah, because SC, I don't know. SC is that weird, like they always have the talent, but they screw up somewhere. And Lincoln Riley is going to have USC playing offense, but, defense is not Lincoln Riley's strong suit ever.
But yet they have they have a returning defense that's like one of the best in the Pac-12.
I don't know. Like I said, Utah looks better. And the thing is, USC has to get past Utah in order to even get to the Pac-12 title game.
Right.
So I don't see that happening. And Oregon, their only competition really in the North is like, what, Washington?
Oh.
Or Washington State, one of them, or even Oregon State.
Well,
And
remember, how is it the North? There's no division in the Pac-12.
Or Stanford.
Stanford ain't shit this year.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying that, like, that's what Oregon has to deal with in the North. Like Washington State, Stanford.
Oregon opens the year with Georgia. Then they have BYU.
Is BYU in the Pac-12 this year?
No, but BYU played. That's their non-conference game.
Yeah, so I'm saying in conference that Oregon should be able to waltz through them.
Okay, and they have Utah.
Yeah, but Utah's in the South.
There's no division in the Pac-12.
Wait, what?
There's never been a division in the Pac-12.
Yes, there is. There's a Pac-12 North and a Pac-12
Not
South.
this year. They got rid of it. Remember?
Oh, right.
We reported this last year, 2 months ago.
Oh, they're doing the Big 12 thing in the Pac-12 now?
Yes.
Okay,
So the top
so-
two teams.
All right. Difference. So, Oregon has to beat Utah and Utah.
Yep.
Depending on when they're playing.
Where is it? Shit. It's late in the year. I think it's like rivalry week. Yeah, they got Oregon on rivalry weekend. 11-9. 11-19.
Really? They play rivalry weekend?
Yeah.
Not the Civil War?
No, wait. Utah. Whoa, that's interesting. Utah doesn't have the Holy War this year. – 11-19. Oregon's got Oregon State the final week of the year.
Yeah, that's the Civil War.
Yeah,
And then
so
you got
sorry.
the Holy War sometime.
Utah doesn't have the Holy War at all this year.
Really?
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
Well, BYU's going where next year? The AA. They're going to the American next year, right? BYU.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't,
Yeah.
Have, they don't have the Holy War. Civil War's and that's at Oregon State. Sorry, can we call it the Civil War? Or do we have to call it the war?
You call it the Civil War.
No, remember they bitched and moaned about like certain things being called what? It's like what the fuck is Kenny Omega doing? He's hugging somebody in the middle of the ring. But no, so alright. So who are you taking to get out of the who are you taking to make the conference game?
All right, what's the question?
No, Chris, I'm asking you. Who are you taking to make it out of the conference game? Who are you taking?
And what?
Who are you taking to make the Pac-12?
Pac-12? If it's Oregon, Utah in the title game, I'd go Oregon.
So you're gonna pick Oregon, Utah?
I see Oregon beating Utah.
Okay. John, I guess you're just gonna go chalk. You're gonna go chalk.
Yep.
All right. Final one. Gonna go Big 12. Big 12, final one. Let me pull up this real quick. The favorites to win the Big 12. You have, obviously, Oklahoma. Then Texas. Top four is Oklahoma, Texas, OK State, and Baylor.
Oklahoma, Baylor. Texas isn't back. I don't care. Oklahoma
You just have a hatred for them.
State in Bedlam, and I think it sets up Oklahoma, Baylor.
You're going to go OK Baylor?
Yep, Oklahoma, Baylor, and I think Oklahoma wins, and then goes to the SEC to get murdered. Well, not get murdered. I mean, they'll compete because Oklahoma has something they haven't had for a long time, a defense. I mean, Brett Venables is going to have a defense regardless. And that's going to carry that over to the SEC.
Yeah.
Texas, ha. Baylor already has a damn good head coach, and they just keep getting better. I think it's going to be Oklahoma Baylor. I think Oklahoma dispatches Oklahoma State, who probably loses a dumb one to Kansas State or some bullshit on the road or something earlier in the season, which sets up a do-or-die thing with Bedlam, and Oklahoma dispatches them this time. Because I think it's in Norman, if I'm mistaken.
I'll pull it up. Hold on. I'm pulling up OKC. It's Bedlam is in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's in Norman because it was in Stillwater last time, so.
Yep. And then 10-8 is Texas, is the Red River.
Yeah, but Texas,
We don't know what Texas is going to be.
shitty. I'll say it right now. Texas is going to be shitty. Or they're going to be, run-of-the-mill, same old Texas.
I mean, here's the thing. It's the second year of Sarkisian. They're going to be better than they were. They're building a program that can compete in the SEC. So the question is can they? Like, what's going on? I mean, they have a fucking, their second game of the year is against fucking Bama. So, not just the fact that Bama's going to beat them. Let's see if Texas can hold up against Bama. Because if Texas can keep it close on them, then it'd be interesting. But there's something about Baylor that I don't like. I don't like their ranking. I don't think they haven't honestly shown me anything that could give me a reason to like them. Honestly, I can see the Big 12 conference title game being Bedlam. And that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going OK versus OK State. I think you're going to see a reload from OK State. They're going to be fine, and they're going to run the fucking rock like they've always done. I think OK State has a chance to get back into the playoff again, I think that game is going to be a semifinal game just to get into the semifinals. I think that game is going to be Bedlam again. I actually have OK winning it.
OK State or OK Oklahoma?
Boomer Sooner.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I got that. Christian, what about you?
I'm with Chris. I'm taking Oklahoma and Baylor. I think these are the two best teams in the Big 12. I'm looking at Baylor. They return a lot of that team from last year, and they kind of play with an old school approach. They want to run the football. They want to control the clock. They want to grind games out. They want to be ugly. But what sets the tone for this entire team is that defense. I think Dave Aranda is one of the best defensive-minded coaches in the country. And then you look at Oklahoma, they're going to have a different philosophy this year. They're going to be a little bit more defensively controlled because look at who their head coach is now, Brett Venables. The last couple years, it's been hit or miss, more so miss with Oklahoma's defense because they could outscore you, but then they give up that same amount of points. that they put up on the opposing team's defense. You see what I'm saying? So I think it's going to come down to these two. They play in Norman this year. Baylor embarrassed them last year. I can't wait to see these two teams play, and I hope I get the chance to preview both of those matchups, the regular season and if they meet in the Big 12 championship.
Yeah, I get you on that. John, I have you as chalk already.
There you go.
So
Hey, nobody care.
I have a interesting one that people need to talk that I've been looking at. Go back to the American Conference. I started doing a little digging. I like SMU to actually win that division, to win that conference. They bring back they bring back a shit ton of players that they from last year, but then stack on top of that, they finally getting money from the backers, like from the boosters, and they just built a $3 million workout facility, practice facility at SMU. So they're starting to show the players that are coming back that they actually want them to be there, which then in return, I can see SMU actually playing harder for them. And with that weak-ass conference, I mean, the only team they really have to go through right there to get to the conference game is Houston, because I believe if I looked at everything correct, they don't touch Cincinnati at all. So that's something that's interesting, and because I also looked at Vegas odds, they're 12-1 to win the fucking conference. So take that for what it is. Don't bet on Hawaii this year because they're gonna be dog shit. But other than that, that's it for college. Yep. Let's go to the pros. Hold on. I'm pulling everything up. Alright, where do we want to start? What division?
Yeah, weren't we going East-East and then we're going to call it?
We can do East-East. Yeah, because we can go next week and we can finish up with... Well, I mean, we can keep going because we're only going to give who we have winning each division.
All right.
Yeah, so... Chris, who are you taking, and give me your reason why. Who are you taking to win the NFC East?
The AFC East.
NFC.
You got to start with the NFC East.
Yes.
Fly, Eagles, fly. Simple. Dallas, they always screw up. Philly has positioned himself with defensive help. Their line has gotten better. Even if Jason Kelsey's hurt, we have a decent center this year, thank God. And I think the addition of A.J. Brown definitely helps Jalen Hurts to continue. And they shouldn't even have made the playoffs last year, and they will be. So, I mean, we're basically a younger team on the rise. I think we have a chance. And just the rest of the East is bad. The Giants are a joke. The Generals, you don't know what the hell they have, but it's I think Wentz isn't going to be that great. And the Cowboys are the Cowboys. So I like the Eagles side of the East.
Okay. Just quick, do you have the Cowboys coming out as a wild card?
Yeah, unfortunately, the Cowboys will fucking get in a wild card.
Okay, Christian.
I like the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they've done just enough to revamp that roster. Devontae Smith, he's going to be a little more incorporated within that offense. But then for them to go out and get a guy of A.J. Brown's caliber, I think that's what's going to really set this offense apart. The only thing that concerns me about the Eagles is their running back situation. They don't ever really have a set guy to be that number one running back. 1 week it's Boston Scott, 1 week it's Miles Sanders, 1 week it's somebody off the practice squad. I think that's the only thing that's really going to hold them back. I think this defense is going to be solid this year. The reason why I'm picking the Eagles over the Dallas Cowboys is because Dallas has no receivers after CeeDee Lamb. Like, who's another guy on Dallas that really scares you within that receiving core? You traded away Amari Cooper. I think if Amari Cooper were there, I'd be leaning toward the Dallas Cowboys, but I like the Philadelphia Eagles here. I think Jalen Hurts takes another step. Nick Sirianni, the Eagles have really bought into him as a coach. And, yeah, I mean, I like Philly. I just think on paper they look really good, and I think they're going to live up to the expectations. I'm not saying they're a contender, but just watch out.
Yeah, Christian, did Dallas get rid of Gallup?
Yeah, no. I can look. Here, I can look. Hold on, let me see. You said Michael Gallup?
Yeah. I mean, Gallup ain't nothing to write home about, but if he serves.
No, he's there, but he's not going to be starting the season because you remember he tore his ACL last year.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, as far as Miles Sanders goes, I mean, he's supposed to be the guy, but he needs to hold on to football.
Okay, Christian, you have Dallas making the wild card?
No, I think they're going to be one of the teams who made it last year that miss it. Dallas, they're just going to find a way to slip up. And their schedule is tough. Like, I could really see them winning one game and losing the next. And, I mean, do they have a shot at winning that first game against Tampa Bay? It's possible only if they get pressure on Tom Brady, which might be able to happen because Tom will be down 3 offensive linemen in that game.
And when we get to the South, I will. I have an interesting take. John, who are you taking to come out of the NFC East?
I really don't know. I really have. I've been just listening and stuff. I just can't bring myself to say anything positive about that team from Pennsylvania. I'm going to take Dallas.
Okay. Do you have Philly making it out?
I guess.
All right. So the thing with Dallas is, I think they will make the playoffs. I think they'll make I wouldn't be shocked if they're a wild card team. The thing is right now we are looking at two teams that are underneath them that are unknown. Now, don't get me wrong. The Giants are not going to do shit with Daniel Jones.
Remember what I told you, though.
Oh.
Now they have a quarterback.
His job.
But I told you.
But if Jones does his job and doesn't give up the ball, there's gonna be a fight in the East. Because we don't know what Washington is. We don't know what Daniel Jones is with the Giants. And if Saquon can stay healthy, this game, this division might be a back and forth division where a team like that gets out of it with 9 wins. It's a race to 10. Let's put it that way. If one team gets 10 wins, it's over.
Yeah.
Danny Jones is going to lose his job to Tyrod.
Again, like I said, you might be right. But the defense in Dallas, I think, is a lot stronger than any of the other teams in the East. I'm taking Dallas to win the division, but by tiebreaker. I think Philly and Dallas tie Dallas gets it by the tiebreaker. Philly gets in on a wild card.
We got to play Dallas again on Wild Card Weekend today.
Well, we don't know yet. So, all right. Let's go to the west of the NFC. Obviously, NFC West, Arizona Cardinals, Rams, Niners, Seahawks. I can erase
I thought we were doing both East divisions, Ronnie.
You want to just you want to do them all, or do you want to hold off and just because?
We can do two. We can do two per
All right,
show.
then you know what? Let's do the East, and then we'll do the North next week. So all right, AFC East: Bills, Miami, New England, and the Jets. The good news about the Jets: Zach Wilson is going to be back for the Browns game. Doesn't mean shit because Flacco ain't gonna do shit against the Ravens. But the big question is right now Buffalo is the heavy fucking favorite to come out of the AFC East.
Mm-hmm.
Miami, though, is right behind them, and New England's third.
Mm-hmm.
Now, again, this is all according to Vegas. Now, question is, though, do you believe that?
Miami?
Not because of Tua. Because of Hill.
Yeah, because of Tyreek Hill. I get it.
Yeah.
But you need somebody to throw him the football.
But if Tyreek Hill is getting slant patterns and shovel passes and running down the field, then hello, Ryan.
Hello.
Yeah, Brian.
From the Wildcat like 99% of the time.
So who are you taking then to come out of the East?
Buffalo for me.
You're taking Buff, John?
Yeah. Because I don't see the Jets doing shit, as usual.
You gotta love the Jets.
Chris, who are you taking coming out of the East?
What'd you say?
Who are you guys going to take coming out of the East?
I like Buffalo. I think, they have the best player. The best two players, in my opinion, in the entire division, and Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. I see Buffalo kind of playing with that chip on their shoulder. Kind of like what I said about Ohio State last week, Ronnie, because who's ended Buffalo's season the last 2 years? Kansas City. Kansas City. Yo, look, Buffalo, they have everything set in stone to get to the Super Bowl. I think this team wins 14 games this year. That offensive line is strong. The defense with Tre'Davious White coming back, and you're adding Von Miller to the mix. He's going to be a tremendous leader because he's a veteran now. He's going to be a tremendous leader to this team, but can Buffalo run the football? I think that's what's going to be key because Josh Allen can't throw the ball 51 times a game and be your leading rusher. I think that's just too much pressure on him. That tandem of Allen and Diggs is going to be great once again. And watch out for James Cook, the rookie from Georgia. Kind of reminds me a lot of James White. He's used in that same capacity as James White, who just recently retired. Was for the New England Patriots. A guy that you can dink and dunk the football to. He's that security blanket. He's that safety valve when everything is taken away down the field. You can dink it and you can dump it off to him. I actually think Buffalo, they end up getting the 1 seed in the AFC. That's how strong I think they're going to be this year.
Okay. Chris?
All right, Buffalo, easily. They need to get over the hump in KC, and I think in order to do that, they're going to have to win that home field. And I don't even know if KC is going to win the division this year. So I think Buffalo wins the East. I can't trust Miami. I cannot trust Miami to get to
Yeah,
the
me either. Yeah, me either. Because with Miami, they're inconsistent. And what I mean by that is they start slow and then they go on that winning streak. Like, if they can come out the gate winning their first 5, okay, that's one thing. But they don't do that. And another issue I have with Miami is, what Tua are we going to see? Because he can never stay healthy and he can't stay on the field.
Yeah, and Tua really hasn't been the same since his injury riddled season at Alabama. He hasn't been the same. Since he had his last season at Alabama, he has never been the same. I mean, Tua's been okay. I mean, yeah, Tyreek Hill's the damn good, one of the best receivers in the league, but you need to get him the ball. And you can't, like, wildcat it all the time because, it's not going to work. So I don't trust Miami. Like, the thing is, I as much as I hate to say it and as much as Jets fans are going to hate to hear it, Josh McDaniel has a proven track record, especially with quarterbacks. And Mac Jones is just his latest, project. And I think New England gets in the wild card.
You got New England in the wild card?
I got Buffalo winning the division, probably winning home field advantage. I got New England making a wild card. I have the Jets in third. I have Miami bringing up the rear.
Yeah. Again, Wilson is an unknown, and especially if he does come back healthy, and especially if he comes back out from this Buffalo game, we don't know what he's gonna be. That's the big thing. We don't know. So there's nothing that you can say. The Jets are loaded, and what people don't talk about is the Jets are loaded on defense. It just so happens the fact that the fucking Buffalo Bills are like a fucking super team.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, Buffalo's a super team. I think New England has a proven track record with Belichick and McDaniels to get the most out of the talent they have. I think New York takes a step forward. I think New York probably ends up above 500 this year.
Dude, you are more high. You are over the top more than Vegas is. Vegas has that line set at 5. And
I'm saying I think New York probably wins like 7.
No, I agree with you. I'm saying is Vegas right now, their over-under is 5. Like, I agree with you. I think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna win 8 games.
Yeah, I think New York is gonna be like sub 500 this year.
Yeah, they're gonna be floating around with 500.
I don't like Miami this year. I just don't. I can't trust. And there's too much turmoil.
Ryan, I need 2 picks from you. I need the AFC East first.
AFC East?
Yep.
All right, give me a second.
Jets, New England, Miami, Buffalo.
I'll go Miami.
Of course you will.
God damn. He's like, yeah, fuck you, Chris. Miami.
And then I need your NFC East, which is New York, the Giants, the Commanders, the Eagles, and the Cowgirls.
Oh, dear. You know what? Just for going the way I did last time, I'm going to say the Eagles.
All right, that's right.
I'm trying, man. Fucking brownie points. You got to give me something.
That's right.
I'm trying, man. Fucking brownie points. You got to give me something.
So, yeah, I am kind of in agreement with everyone. I don't, as much as Miami's there, I don't trust Miami. Buffalo's a fucking super team right now. Buffalo is built, especially with the adage of Von Miller. Buffalo is there, and I don't have anybody else coming out of the East when it comes to wild cards. I wouldn't. I'm telling you right now. I think it's going to be a heavy West for the for the AFC. Ryan, since you have not been here, I need your college picks, starting with the Big Ten. Just give me two teams that you think is gonna make it. Big Ten has the East and the West. We all kind of went OSU because we don't think anyone's gonna beat them.
Right. I mean, I heard that part. Yeah, I'll go with that. Fuck, I haven't been keeping up with anything.
Oh, and I'll give you some. I'll give you the
90
teams.
seconds.
Thank you.
You said Big Ten?
Yeah, Big Ten. You need a team out of the West.
Give me
Wisconsin.
Nebraska.
Oh, okay.
Okay, who else we got?
SEC. Bama. I mean, out of the West, you got Bama. In the East, you got
60 seconds.
Let's go. Fuck it, Bama and Mizzou.
Yeah.
Where else we going?
Pac-12.
Fuck. Oregon. Fucking, I don't know, UCLA.
That could happen.
Yeah, that's a possible one, and then the last one's the Big 12.
10 seconds.
Fuck you, Brenda.
Fucking bitch. Two teams out of the Big 12.
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Yep.
Baylor.
You pretty much went chalk with everybody except me on that one.
Oh, did I really?
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
All right, cool.
The only difference is Ronnie has Tennessee coming out of the SEC East. Which, yeah, I got into him about it, but yeah, it's funny.
All right. So there's one last thing that we can talk about and get Ryan's opinion before we pack it up. The NCAA is looking to, the college football playoff is looking to defect from the NCAA.
So what?
You heard me.
So the college football playoff
Is looking to defect, which means they would still be a part of the college football, but they would be their own separate entity. They
that
wouldn't.
is so
Okay, elaborate. How do you think that's so stupid?
all right, so basically, so they want their own playoff, but they don't want to recognize anything with the NCAA.
I can see that being a good thing for college football, though.
Why?
Well, okay. So say this. Say you have everything through the colleges and you're just the college football playoff. You are not part of the NCAA. Which means you can have your 4 to 5 monster fucking divisions. You can have your monster divisions, but then you can split off into with the other sports and do, say, like, bring back Rutgers to the Big East. And bring back the tradition of college basketball. The ACC can still have Duke versus North Carolina. You don't have to worry about Duke, North Carolina being in, like, not being, like, Duke going to the ACC and North Carolina going to the Big 12. If that's going to happen, football at least is football. Every other sport, you still have the tradition of said sport.
But how does that? Because the college football playoff is like, oh yeah, we are our own separate entity. So that means they would select the teams rather than anything based on the NCAA season.
Don't they do that anyway?
I mean, that just reeks of favoritism where you really don't give any team a shot. Where it's like, we already know what's going to happen. Because the college football playoff is going to be their own separate entity. They're going to be influenced by boosters and big money. So, say a team from the SEC that has 2 losses that didn't get a chance to play Alabama. All of a sudden, well, we should be in the playoff. They pay enough money, and all of a sudden they're number 4. It makes no sense.
Don't they do? I mean, don't they do that anyway?
I mean, the NCAA season is its own thing, and the playoff and the bowls are a reward. So, if you want to have your own separate entity and figure out, well, we should do this and and have your own committee, it's so stupid because, again, it can be insanely corrupt. I mean, more corrupt than it is now. Where all of a sudden the 2-loss Notre Dame team is going to be considered, I mean, if anything, the college football playoff should expand. Like maybe 6 to 8 teams, if that. But to be its own separate entity, I just don't like that.
Christian, what do you think? He's on mute. Ryan, what do you think about this?
Sorry about that. All right, what was it about again?
The NCAA board discussing possible potentials of restructuring how college football is governed by pretty much splitting off and doing like their own thing.
I'm with Chris, man.
Yeah, I think it would be good for the league. I mean, I think it would kind of reinvigorate things a little bit more.
See,
I gotta read up more on it. That's why I can't give you like a crazy analytical answer. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get you. But the thing is, though, is it bad? No, I don't think it's bad for the league because they're good. Okay, what's worse? Making college football your own thing, their own thing, and making 4 big fucking divisions, or having college football back in the NCAA, making the 4 divisions, and then fucking up every other sport. Because football to them makes more money.
I just think that you run into other sports and other problems with it, like a bunch of other issues where it's like, football is like, we are our own entity, da 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 da, and it furthers the gap, especially with big money and everything like that. It just furthers the gap to where the NCAA would at least try to protect the other sports that aren't well known.
But they're not protecting the sports. That's the thing, though. They're not protecting the other sports because they're letting these conferences realign with each other, which means you're going to get North Carolina going to the SEC or the Big 12, and then there goes North Carolina Duke in basketball. You're going to get Florida going away or Georgia going away, and Georgia Tech's going to go someplace else, and there goes your old-fashioned eight. The rivalries are going to go away because college football to NCAA makes more money than basketball.
That's true.
Mm.
So then where's the win? Because oh well, we can have it here and split it off, and we can save every other sport. Or we allow them to go in, and college basketball then just becomes a fucking hellhole.
More so than it already is.
Exactly. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm already having issues having to figure out that USC is going to be playing Rutgers in the Big fucking Ten next year.
That's it.
And the fact that I have to watch a fucking Pac-12 school play it in a Big Ten fucking arena, it's like, that's not a non-conference game. It's freaking still baffling. Like, you get what I mean? Like, I don't think it would hurt as much as it would. Like, and by the way, oh, you're saying, oh, well, the boosters, don't the boosters already control the NCAA playoff to begin with? I mean, that's just the NIL deal now. Like Bama, like look who's always in there. The teams that have the most boosters. I think it actually would help the smaller schools because you would still get the exposure. I don't know. John, do you have any thoughts on this?
Not really.
Okay. Christian, after what I said, do you have anything you want to add or?
Nah, I don't. I just have to look up more on it, and then I might have a more thorough answer for you.
Okay. Ryan, do you have anything to add to it?
I do not, but I do have something that I would like to bring up and address.
Okay.
Christian.
Yes, sir.
I just have concerns.
Okay, that's fair.
I understand your concerns, Chris, because I'm right there with you on them. If the boosters are allowed to influence it that much. Now, Christian, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe we'd made an agreement about a certain series.
We did.
And I've been hearing that you were pretty salty last week.
No, I wasn't salty. I've been salty at the fact that the way they've been playing, but look,
Okay. Then it's a legitimate misunderstanding because I'm just there like, oh, he was
Who
not.
said that? Wait, I want to know who said that shit.
You were a little salty.
I was salty at the way they were. See, you don't know shit.
No,
I
you
was
were a little
salty
salty.
Look, I had enough salt to season fries, okay? So, all right, Ryan. Look, I give props when and where it's due. Congratulations on the series. You beat us fair and square.
Hey, it was fair and square. It was a hell of a series, and it's something that doesn't happen very often.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
But, I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the series.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Yankees are just stuck in their own way right now. Like, I felt we could have won the game. We could have won that Friday game against you guys, but the bullpen couldn't hold it together. That Saturday game, I thought Domingo Germán pitched a great game. He just couldn't get the offensive support, and it's like what I was telling John. When the Yankees hit, the pitching struggles. When they pitch well, the bats go cold. And then that Sunday game was that was a slugfest. It just seemed like it was going back and forth.
Yeah. It really did. It was great. I mean, for me, that baseball doesn't get any better.
Yep. But yeah, man. I'll give props when and where it's due. Congratulations.
All right, I'm just fucking with you.
I know, man. Yeah, and whoever said I was salty last week, they wouldn't know shit from a hole in their ass.
You were a little salty.
I was salty at the way they were playing. I didn't get mad because they lost to the Cardinals. I actually have respect for the St. Louis Cardinals. So take that and shove it. Or what's that little clip that you guys always play? Ha, ha, ha. Very funny, motherfucker.
Be hearing the trumpets in a little bit anyway, so.
No, he's in the game already.
What, he's got a 6-out save going?
Yep. Right now it's 6-5.
I know, I'm watching it.
I got the Cards game pulled up.
Yeah, they better fucking hold on to that win. I got money on the Cards. Better hold on to this fucking 5-1 lead. All right, but with that being said, I believe we're good.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, thank you everyone for listening to the show. If you like what you heard, follow us on social media, on Facebook, on the Nerdport, on Twitter, at F and Ronnie.
At Trips in Danger, First Aid is out on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, wherever you get your stuff, so check it out. Leave a like, subscribe, yada, 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 you know.
That shit was fucking banging in the gym the other night, Chris.
What?
At the Zombie Master.
Get it! Yep. Christian?
At Daily Blitz _61. My 10 best plays list is officially started. The first half of it wraps up tomorrow. I will reveal number 6. In case you have missed it, number 10 was Jonathan Taylor. Number 9 was Devontae Adams. Number 8 was Myles Garrett. And number 7 was Travis Kelce.
Okay. And please join us back here on Monday as we dive deep into the world of pro wrestling and movies and video games. All that entertainment bullshit.
And it's going to be a 2-man show on Monday because I will be on vacation. I'm taking a small vacation this coming weekend, so I won't be here.
Ryan, you better not be working late.
Shouldn't be.
And with that being said, everybody, if you like what you heard, thank you very much. If you don't, everything is a teachable moment. And if you don't believe me, that's just a fact of life. Yeah.
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 Today, the juices.